Wajo. Oyo madam fu. Ne star no granya me star di.
Ne star ben.
O la minya ma star no nyame me star.
And I'm saying star ben.
Se me tize na gabi ka say omo timetable ni ade. Omo e first a calendar.
Why do to rooster?
Yes, ni agent we just say the agent na nyane papa di.
And the ball. Inti Monday no. Anopani atro adwoa ono ye 10 am. Upie ko ya 1 pm. Amakwansema beba. Enyumre na afia beda. Ama de achi agwo agina ni.
But see when you serious back wara. Back here no ni master Antoine was
again so petit even ne kind girlfriend no.
As it
according to
you can say we do petit kind girl.
Oh petit no.
Say emfa.
Emfa nko he. Ase akwa no. Oye con man. Oye womanizer. Player pa.
But players that are here say man.
Maybe only player na dey also player na oye park na so. But say player.
But me can say who's a Tyson Fury beka say be recently. Say when do you make say more radio so. But Tyson Fury say before beko the boxing bout bian. According to scientific research, aya oye dia abofun friend no. As a release, right? Okay. Usually if you
Kana dia o Kenya bi ni we.
O Jack David here baby am jira. Say me no na carry akome carry sa say body akwe baby.
So nsema ka bi ni we.
David baby am jira no. Enye baby sometimes.
Nya ho say dey
me. Na dem ya krada. That's not a problem. My problem is
more uye no krume say e be kan Kenya baby.
Na the same
ala mi yama de o jira na onye sa onye de be.
Me asema me Canada unti yana.
Me too.
See ya obey na fi ma wo ba ko na fo ji ko fi ni. You see, according to Tyson Fury, say or ejaculating before every bouter. And usually when that is released, that there is dopamine release, there is a testosterone levels take also, and we spoke about testosterone as an important hormone for sportsmen. Obeka Paul Abile Pogba here with issue of drug issues in that was because it was just a testosterone boost. And say unya sa de na natural occurring hormone now. Wow. So sometimes players be there so much more there. It helps your performance. But unya to say kakra. You should also manage it a little bit. But the likes of Tyson Fury have said that for them, I have more performance. It is an irreclampa bra. He does what they say over there in the UK as wanking. Just so on.
No, I no crowd is any problem. And I say, so I can story my back bad.
Yeah.
Luis Felipe Scolari, I was at 202.
Yeah.
On a day, Brazil kwaje World Cup no, Japan Korea. Also, I'm World Cup no, catch a Brazilian players in Samasa. World Cup near Kobono, it's serious business. Me play a beer party na me free come me koye we koye. Oh, na players in the back chance say, "Masa." Sabre no ai Ronaldo Dalima. So wa no me catch say, "Chairman, akwa no so na oya no awiem no ko." So ya no oya is okay. But it akwa ni ma hwe. So I both say chairman quick. Ofi night club oba beda around there 4 am. No so fra brand do business. Chairman, now day. Yeah, but me catch him say no partying, no nightclub. Obianda say na be abetu Rexy no obobo.
Yeah.
And on kwado ya no wi ahuna. Okay, do so an catch him say coach. Me ma nya sa na na de echa me ntimi mobo no. Luis Felipe Scolari say Ronaldo can't ask me chair no. Wan say that Angina India until so mo call park so. Because all her time I brand and be die no. Omo best start game Ghana ayen is on dropping no. But Brenton Bobo born need the kind of performance of the man, and even on Saturday go crack down. And also him, I'm Jano. Or also about calling that club, no Bano be deliver Quadia. Moye. See me if you say said that your problem, just that he's too young. And I'm a problem. I've been when you're 18 years, boy.
For me, my problem is not about age.
There you started.
But we see
18 you are starting them.
Rich, and no ye who crew must 18 years out of Pamino Papefi. this is an 18-year-old that want to fear money, mommy. I'm not encouraging say Lamine ends any duty roster for women. But I can say the age is not the issue. A baby or no as a young boy, no. Obeying a lot of exposure at a young age. So the handlers are supposed to be careful and manage him well. Uja, every 18-year-old, there is a release clause of almost 1 billion. Our football, 1 billion euros. Our football club Barcelona say, or no, and living a life, which they will do a lot of mistakes. 25-year-olds, 30, even 50-year-olds who have grown up the life's ladder to become ministers of state, any of their doing, Rich, these people at some point in time, they fall prey to some of these things. So an 18-year-old will suffer. The problem is that as someone got became a mommy worried was that an agent
and a manager
and a community
supposed to manage him.
Yeah, because for an 18-year-old that will happen. And that's why I'm saying that for some sportsmen, they have said that if there is a release of that testosterone after some activities now, and more with the urge to perform well, and there is some scientific proof in terms of research that backs that. There was a time where Cristiano Ronaldo, Mo, and even Kevin Prince Boateng's partners said something in that light. But it's also about management. Time being out here, time being so here. What if an 18-year-old Lamine Yamal contracts a disease and then never caught baby?
Before being normal testing.
And that make her. So that's what I'm saying, that the agent has to manage it. Because say a regular 18-year-old
into for background testing is on Unicapre. Lamine Yamal level no before Babe testing is on
me. Me analysis now me own this guy out there.
Oh, say ya dey obeti me akofa na so no mo ska. Anza na oba no de na obeka oba mo aye test. Wo gina oni kapre.
Na say o nti ukoko share oba o night club enyen me na say o ye irresponsible la. Oba testing that be.
Oh, bro, test you know what.
Oba dey.
Oh, obeti me.
Oba senior man who RDT rapid test aye by herpes the other. And they say, but you don't want to
this canteen.
I make can say, at the end of the day, he has to be manageable, simple. But so obey not better for me, I don't see up to him. I'm not a morality judge. Maybe any same analysis, Mako. Which, if we are similar,
who say me manage you?
Oh, I saw so yeah, now the best. I say we money. I mean, just you. I will be a catch you say me.
As I manage you,
I will be a say you.
I now be going to try to catch them. Me say. And you person manage you screen time. Say you screen time. Who walk away? You general. But then go. Oh,
there. Now there will be about
Abidjan radio. Kesi we so be chandro.
Say.
Kabina mi intimi na. Me screen time. And I want to intimi manage.
There.
Say you screen time.
There.
Who sami?
There.
Who sami?
It's all simple. Now there will be about catch you. My be a get kasi. We be about catch you. Because me tell you say, you change the job so yeah, and I do to us easy. You see me here, body bia. You see, Sergio Busquets say, "Obe retire." Now, football, because every day, every hour, you produce top quality players. Which I na enche. Na play oni born who bopar kai you kwe feel which enche na yedi Xavi Iniesta Busquets nkomo Barcelona. But today there is a new breed of midfielders that is not even allowing us to talk about Sergio Busquets. Sergio is retiring. My crazy argument will be pen or Twitter one day. I think it was a Saturday. Rich, the whole of Ghana Twitter, it went on for almost the whole day. Because I want to say me, ever in the history of the game of football, CSU will be a deep line playmaker. Sir Jorginho Muro Nibi, Andrea Pirlo Muro Nibi, Busquets Muro Nibi, and Pedri Mo Frankie de Jong Muro Nibi, Romeo. Nobody is better than Sergio Busquets. Say Uzi Messi is the greatest of all time. I am saying that as a DLP, Sergio Busquets is the greatest of all time as well.
All time?
Yes.
Yeah, argue.
Oh, people argue the whole day. Ghana Twitter, come back here. Obviously, Andre Pello, and I understood the Andre Pello point of view.
Because me ono can be bonidi.
Yes, Andre Pello, Fifi, above for Juventus. Great. But Rich, that is why I qualified it. Because Andre Pello a better midfielder than Busquets. I mean, no problem. But see, because in conformity arguments, you know, Pello goals, Pello assist. Those were the times Pello was playing with Marquinhos. Marquinhos was rather the DLP. And a Pello elbow CM, you know, a critic chance they show goals. Even Pello proper DLP. Play like AC Milan. It's for me see a good DLP. Oh, media may train with you for more fun names.
I more some fat my drinks and money coffee again.
Because media
all time.
Which you see, I dear Bakwa am more Sergio Busquets to say. Sergio Busquets played with Xavi Iniesta. Who's Andy Abeton who be become on my mechanism. Who's Abeton? Which Sergio Busquets played with Xavi and then Iniesta.
Roland Fabregas will say, I disagree. I'll go for Makelele.
God Makelele as a DLP. Oh, Fabregas.
Andy Brasi, Bertrand Fifi.
Was it Makelele? Andy DLP, Johanna. Andy, greatest of all time, deep line playmaker, Johanna.
Oh, maybe there be a kind of office. If he's a football boss, I
will share ball.
But if he's a football baby, I say,
football baby, as oh, my man, football baby.
What's more, get here to say?
Who just say? Before I
can view me,
the exact day. Who bears who around bears
me late 20s.
Okay,
late 20s.
Never I'll tell me, Ama.
But let me have a 10.
But no question is me number 6. Say deep line playmaker there, Andre Pello.
Was it Andre Pello?
That's one of me having.
Of course.
It's Andre Pello.
Sergio Busquets me penas empa. But the me person me many a free deep line playmaker or there.
Pello,
Andre Pello the side and mommy. Because on say born do baby a obi bo you can say obo system a defensive system like omugwachi mid block kese pa ba Pello be ma pass ba ko a who's a pass we there we are striker na two anima no anahye o Sergio Busquets bet match ball control mfimfo like okuta ball na nipa be 5 months minje but the me person me hu free me for no Abrante offense Andre Pello na de be ma me.
Okay,
right, so message is this say
okay, my in some also no ya drink.
Okay,
I'll say the greatest DM of all time, no doubt, Sergio Busquets. Osman Sadiq, Jansen, I'll say Odebema Andre Pello.
Odebema Andre Pello.
Yep. Brighton here. I saw Odebema Zabi Alonso, current Real Madrid coach.
Another solid DM.
Another solid DM. Labi, I see Pello wasn't better at defensive action than Busquets. Kwame Billy, I say Busquets is the man. Frank Yeboah, Pello is in a deep liner. Okay? And Bernard Asamoah say Obeko for Michael Essien. The bulldozer. Asante, I say Busquets does not give the same passes as compared to Pello. I agree with Fifi. Okay. Fabregas, I'm saying, about so
it means so what you o producer tie jo say Cambiaso DLP ada. So ko ban fatilo. Esteban Cambiaso.
Oh. It's a hunky kind des agwawi.
I say Esteban Cambiaso here the deep line playmaker o. Cambiaso it was so what you nyina come here dia ye bobo general midfielders okay it was so
Stone Obo I say Sergio Busquets all the way Opoku 1 2 3 4 TV. I say I'll go for Lothar Matthäus or Toni Kroos.
Me I didn't watch Lothar Matthäus.
Okay. Yamo and Morris, I see Busquets all the way. Abdul Kofi, Eddie Benano. I say, Master, for me, it's Kai.
Bear.
It's all saying far a message the bra for beam that. Man, shada nyadi na opese otrono. Okay.
Kanti noka. Kanti.
Okay. Ingolo Kanti.
Yeah.
Names so spelling in na. Okoye mistake koye no. Kai. Okay. Ingolo Kanti. All right. Roland Fabregas will say Pep was good. Pep Guardiola.
Matty, I've read about it, but I don't know how good he was. Which including Utie, their Yunayaka, what you said, what Andy has said, what Fatila said, what I've said. It is clear, say, now in the game, midfielders, this is here. Adding so many back off, like, oh, yes, Edgeman, Obibo Michael. Michael was not particularly a DLP, but he's a DM. Yeah. It is Sergio Busquets a DM, but the specific Edgeman plan is to be a deep line playmaker. But deep line playmaker, Edgeman, and not just own different money bar. So now the game, whatever name you are giving, you have to do a lot of jobs in just one name. And of course, there are going to be a lot of them. But for me, when Joseph Guardiola and Johan Cruyff, Monia, they kept on saying that. When you watch the Barcelona team, you will see Sergio. But it is when you watch Sergio Busquets, then you will see the football go through him. I didn't ever come with and Sergio Busquets credit for is that rich. The quality of midfielders he played with, both in the national team and in the Barcelona team, were top level, top tier. And then until they be near about midfielders, we mention Xavi, we mention Iniesta, we will not mention Sergio Busquets. But Pello himself played in an advanced role. And Rich, you can't take anything from Pello. Unless you will go now. He is excellent. And I said, yeah, pass no money, and he goes. These are quality players. Yeah, Rich, when he said, Obidi Asemi Bauka said, Pello wasn't good at the defensive actions. I didn't come respect Sergio Busquets. We said you ain't country. On your Makelele, on your Michaelesian. Yes, but the position in that general show any man the ball. You can't go. And or say everything that he wanted to achieve with his dream club Barcelona. He did achieve that over there for himself. And which look at the trophy hall. Copa del Rey, Champions League 3 times, Supercopa de España, Spanish La Liga, Club World Cup. What trophy? All of them, Abrante friend Sergio Busquets did win for team friend in Barcelona, and these are the numbers: 1-time World Cup winner, 3-time Champions League winner, 1-time a friend is a European winner, 3-time Super Cup winner, 3-time Club World Cup winner, 9-time Spanish La Liga winner, 7-time Copa del Rey, Supercopa de España 7 times. All of them, a lot of trophies. And our friend Sergio Busquets, I hear Jumano Horum. It's congrats to Sergio who celebrates such a top player. Arguments in there can always go on. When it goes in there. Rich. And now, but Madrid are the day before. Barca Babebo. Rich, share. Now, when I watch Barcelona, I don't expect the things I was expecting last season. And me say, and I want to hear from Barca for no. Say, almost both team in a show one, and do they get worried? Because even me, who is just an analyst, and I don't watch, I mean, Barca need through and through, I don't get worried. Yesterday, Barca went away to go and play against Real Oviedo. It was a Barca team. Now, if you feel like a system kakra, and I know that may catch you say, the Barca team now is still scoring, even in the absence of a bench of Lamine Yamal. And ball, nice, the same thing, no issues. They get the goals, they get the assists. Ball, come up. You see, one thing that you probably not pointed out of why this Barca team is more dangerous than last season Barca team. Let me say, which last season, any pattern and say Barca goals, no more assists, no more. Yeah, Rafinha, Robert Lewandowski, and it was a bench of Lamine Yamal. If you look at all the goals, no, last season he did Ballon d'Or come on. You see Rafinha goals and assists and also chair will be there. Rich, in all of those goals Rafinha scored, most of them were assisted by Benchefen Lamine Yamal. Most of the goals that were scored by Lamine Yamal was assisted by Benchefen Rafinha, with Robert Lewandowski getting the goals as well. Rich, this season, Barca's top scorer goals and assists this season. It's not either Lamine Yamal, neither is it Rafinha, neither is it Benchefen Robert Lewandowski. In fact, who come game time as at this time last season compared to this time, and they've played less time together. But still, this is a team that they even face much more adversity and they get a job done. They went away to go and play Levante the last time before now. Omuko 2-0 down at halftime. Which in the second half, a certain Pedri Porter got an equalizer for them. And then they won the game. Valencia Eba, the Johan Cruyff. It was Abentia friend Femi Lopez that picked the pockets together with Ferran Torres. And then they beat Valencia for them. Then last night, which look at the starting lineup for Barcelona. Juan Garcia, Gerard Martin, Pau Kubasi, Eric Garcia, Abentia Refero, Ronald Araujo, Ferran Torres, Rafinha, Pedri, Casado, Dani Olmo, and Abentia Refero, Marcus Rashford in that regard. Which in the first half, Barca were down by a goal to 0. And I'm not surprised that in front of Sport, almost fell on the grand remontanda. So a huge remontanda, and now Barca won every time. Almost a remontanda. Yeah, it was a high line, kakra. And a body baby so much. So the job of Juan Garcia is to be a sweeper goalkeeper. Rich, Juan Garcia P. And I watch the tactical ball piece where P. So about the clear line actually. About the clear, first control was good. Second control was good. Or ball pass that came. Then the Garcia on the other side of Oviedo and ball share 1 goal to 0. Rich, you see, Hansi Flick has had his 50th game as Barcelona manager. But for me, it's not about the wins. It's just like Zabi, the simple decisions. No, wouldn't Hansi Flick here at halftime? I loved it. Me baby room second half Russia board. And me catch out that say, oh, let's see what Hansi Flick will do because on a bus any. You win at the Flick and Robin not touch la man. We and I saw the fourth official bring up the board. They say, oh, baby, changes. Change it, man. Oh, you mark Casado a free. And the bench friend Frankie de Jong about the shape. Why? He wants control because they can't really break down Oviedo for them. Rich, Frankie de Jong gets into the game, and just in the opening minutes of it, he starts the process of build-up. Then Eric Garcia makes it 1-1. Then in the 70th minute, Oyabenche friend Rafinha Frimu, and the Robert Lewandowski Babeshemu, a half space cross from the right. Only Rafinha Frimu, and all the Marcus Rashford come on right. It's Rashford and they keep waiting from Barca on the right. And he pushes Abenche friend Frankie de Jong into the right half space. Or clip him on the pay. Which Lewandowski didn't see Bo when I make us say, hey, before there was Ellen Haaland there was a certain Robert Lewandowski. Now, senior DBA can born a day. Uboka Kraku and man cranny be beba. So we say NCB in the next 3, 4, 5 years. Nobody will speak of Robert Lewandowski.
Especially more Gen Z for them.
So what you say? Mose be brave, baba say. Because the senior man Konyeshi. But how Robert Lewandowski? Eric Bailly. Okay, Eric Bailly. And now he was good. Before say Barca better say can maybe he would have been the man of the match. Or Eric Bailly and him. I didn't see him ball as share. You could tell that this is a striker that knows his shot. And what now Ronald Araujo in the 88th minute, Emmanuel 3 goes to 1, which still 2 points. Now, my question to you and Barca fans, and now Araujo share, Lewandowski share, Bono any fair to say last season. But it looks as if Barca will do the job, like me show Kokoda. And now say, Yebo Geno, coach near share, not 14 odds, any 13 odds, neighbor. Now Kabasa matching kwa. I'm a coach on Twitter said this is something drastic happens. Barca have won the 13 odds, the 14 odds, never. And Pampa, they got a job done 2 goals to 1. Which when you watch Barca, do you get a sense to say, maybe almost more boy friend, a bit now.
No. Football is all about result.
So that they are not picking, almost picking, but almost say, generally picking.
That's the most important thing. Real Madrid first game, they no boy.
Yeah.
But he won. And I said they won. And only the most important thing. So what I say, sometimes football, yes, it's not make say, your orientation about the game, no. Born a papa, you be who's will be to training a day. But coaches also back out to say, parking us on the day, yeah, pa, and it's about point result.
Okay.
So what I say, it is a born and yet fair and meet standard near the no. I don't think and only Yanseka that be able to shoot Barcelona.
Yeah.
Yabola Liga we are the end of the day.
So far as they are winning.
So winning Kwan over to La Liga now. Many sure Sebas and Liberty on happy.
Especially this weekend where Madrid Madrid derby against Atletico de Madrid or the wonder.
Sure.
Into oh share 2 points. Madrid no one Atletico de Madrid there. It's Nico baby. In fact, most of the times that game has drawn in recent times. It took Kosha Rich. I need to specially mention Frankie de Jong again.
Super Frankie.
Because I know sometimes maybe Pedri as him. In fact, I like Pedri more than him. But I feel like sometimes the way Pedri is too aesthetically pleasing. And as I say, oh shit, Pedri Felitino. We tend to focus too much on Pedri. But Frankie is very effective too. And now he was the key cog to come and assist Pedri in breaking down that Oviedo team or second half, and he deserves all the special mention against Team Friend Football Club, for Team Friend Football Club Barcelona, because now Hansi Flick 50 wins as Barcelona manager, 67 games, 50 wins, 8 draws, just 9 losses for our bench friend Frankie de Jong, which we are going back into the English Premier League weekend. Crystal Palace will play Liverpool.
What a match!
Yeah, and they are playing at the Selhurst Park.
Two teams I say only unbeaten.
Yeah,
in the Premier League.
Oh, Premier League.
That Liverpool 100% record.
Yes, and I won your draws.
Both draws.
Omo bo Selhurst Park. Who go Ekitike and Kwafa form no? Where the card into Mobi. But even with Ekitike's absence, there is going to be Abetia, your friend Alexander Isak in the team. It is going to be a cracker of the match. This weekend, Arsenal echo Newcastle. They can't afford to lose points here because a 15-10. Yet it's a bit here. Nani charo.
So Liverpool be a 5
points. It's a mistake. Nasa Haseno, a starting book came away Newcastle. Arsenal also call Newcastle obre.
Newcastle so
on starting years. Votaman the band the crowd goes in Sheran Mai. So how is it going to be like when Arsenal go there? Then the story atmosphere who sits in third, they have a crunch game to play. Bournemouth, Andoni Ariola elbow match. Then you know say a better game, a better tough. Rich Enzo Maresca lose 2 games and there is a lot of pressure.
So say any Brentford.
You have to now find a way to build on the momentum after Chelsea. And United should. If United want to be taken serious, Ruben Amorim himself, if he wants to be taken serious, he has to beat Brentford and away from home at the G-Tech.
I know you have no problem.
Oh no, me analysis. Ooh, you can decide to approach it as a United fan. I want to give you the pros and cons. Okay. But can United beat Brentford? And yes, they can. The problem is that when United play against the big boys, United have the best team in the world. But so that is where questions are asked of them. Or China Brian in Buemo Sinisi or come back to Nichi. I hope they do because they're early kickoff. So if they do, that is great. Which Enzo Maresca has to win. And yes, sir, pressure the ban also from next week. Which imagine that this weekend, Chelsea bought Brighton. So Maresca and Shah, in the next game, your Champions League game, who didn't coach over? Jose Mourinho. Just imagine how Jose Mourinho can ride on that mind game and then weak Chelsea mindset. If Chelsea doesn't beat Brighton to get the confidence.
Benfica to win.
Benfica. What I'm making emphasis. I'm talking about the coach and then the ability to ride on it. No problem. But what I'm saying is that the average fan doesn't care about Mourinho. Yasaw. Well, so just listen. Benfica say Benfica a team. Niame can say Jose Mourinho in the Benfica team. Now so you're low in confidence. He can ride on it. That's what I'm saying. It's different from them. Benfica team. Chelsea has to find a way to beat Brentford. So many tactical board now, I'm a Japan. Because Rich.
Patrick Mumbo Brighton, Mumbo Brentford.
Brighton, I'm not much now. I think I open Brighton, Anna. So I go in Brighton and cover finance and I call you 1 point to me.
Now, Brighton went to me, show.
Brighton and who are
you?
Oh, a easy to me, what's his name? Arsenal 4 legend. Ian Wright. Ian Wright said Chelsea can't beat them. Anybody that says that Chelsea to Brighton has a legitimate claim. And you see, that's what I keep on saying, say, that is what 2 losses does to a season.
This season, team BR on the Chelsea double. Now, Bema Chelsea 4 and 5, now your target BR, you beat Chelsea.
No problem. Me pesao analysis. Me pesao simplistic analysis.
The simplest way to beat Chelsea, simple, is to target them 4 and 5. No.
Nothing men are much men will be born target to 4 and 5. That will be a better. No problem. But the American is a team will be a better target.
Kofa a yadara be free form. The analysis are be wa.
Say.
Be videos. Hey. Rich Aquano, the bus stopping, dear Ben, Sadabe, Inku.
Adabe, Sunday,
Moshe
Moshe last season.
Uncle, Chelsea Kofa play a bar. Minimum, you could have and Adarabia, Nadarabio, Sakwe, Aqua, Upedabo green to be him, Upedabo to be him.
Adarabio, if I don't pay your words about him.
Ah, Yanamu Refi.
Nada be born out go.
Your bonny say you know that near fun.
No, I wish
that in Buemu.
Red card. And nada be Mr. Nada be trying to make us another
Taloba or Sa on Yadi. No motor for now on Yadi. No motor. One more. What's a lot of motor? Wasn't Mountain? Yantono. Onyamu player.
Yantono.
Onyamu player.
So babe two net Yantono. Yantono. It's Nami admit.
Then there's that derby as more for free.
I said make us
as well as boy.
And tell no Bauna who can take a Omati.
We grow.
Omati. What our team there. And so this year you na
Yamrefi.
Unasia. Udonya ka odi area house you. Yeah. After no take you kra mo. You hit table Unasia 1 year.
Why? Yeah, but Castle Joe. In your Chelsea, we are. Young for Premier League, no be moved.
To them, analysis. We are there. Manchester United, which my problem is that Chelsea elbow Brighton and Wolverhampton. Just 2 losses, and the person with TFO keep track of exactly what I'm saying is and too much pay against no mean teams, especially Bayern. And a Chelsea lose here and I say it looks as if the season is coming down. Then imagine you stay at home and you play against Brighton and Wolverhampton, and then you also lose the game against them. And I was saying something to you. Then, if Jose Mourinho is coming to the Stamford Bridge with what he has as a coach or team pushing team psychologically, he will feel like he can take advantage of the Chelsea mindset, a little bit low psychologically. He will feel like it. So what I'm driving at is that at the end of the day, Enzo Maresca has to beat Brighton and Wolverhampton. It doesn't have to be nice. It doesn't have to be flamboyant. There's no no shit. Now, and now in the pre-match press conference, you that's my bar. Centre backs now, Levico or Leprano. Tosin Adria, he's going to be out for 2 to 3 weeks. Rich, it was our press conference. Cole Palmer out. Also till after the international break. Now we were talking about Barca and their success, even in the absence of Brighton friend and Lamine Yamal. Rich, this is the data of Cole Palmer when he is on and when he is not on. Rich, with Cole Palmer or Chelsea, 67 games without team 11. Chelsea are winning 52.2. So Bobia. So Odima 36.4%. Chelsea in team winning 2.0 goals per game with Cole Palmer. 1.3 with him. It reduces if Cole Palmer is out. Expected goals per game, that is with assist, with a chance creation, 1.89. When Cole Palmer is out, 1.80 reduced. Points per game, 1.8 to Cole Palmer. Without Cole Palmer, it reduces to 1.4. So there is a big problem for Enzo Maresca. But it's Midisi Krano. Then Enzo Maresca in the absence of Cole Palmer. Oh, you know, then Ankabeka. and you answers be my ana on ka bi de enye me momo bezo mo kan
me nka mo maza
on ka bi ya enye de ana o ka bi
abranti we ba my friend bright for na catch him say de ye mo na route 1 we dey keep an ye ya route 1 ko route 1 nkofo no for enfa o masa papa
eno ana be say we
say ya
and they na be in the absence of Kupama.
No problem, you make one in your Kupama center backs. On say now we can say toss in a plan and level go so plan. In the press conference no oh you know we can say around TFN say we see for ana. You need link concussion. According to FIFA man na so 12 days.
Into onu so mobi.
Into be me say your game against Brentford.
Okay.
You need Liverpool and have Champions League against Benfica.
Over me say Brentford.
Kofi.
Over me say the next game Brighton. No Messi Liverpool.
No Adarabiayo.
No Fofana. No Cowell.
I was on the crowd to pray.
And I make an no Cowell also. Chelsea Chiono. I can only a champion.
Anybody Ashili.
Anyone be.
Kofi.
And a Chaloba. I
can maybe some casting with you.
I said when I guy.
The football in total. Monko to
Center back here.
Too much now, man. We have found a watch. Over here, put him not born down.
You had watch now. Of course, you bar. You don't want to know exactly what.
I'm going to be a yacho.
Then he can't. And I just say, yeah.
And you have more course, yeah. Eduma na to.
Awa idi e champo ti mo.
Just a champo. Oh, maza.
Chaloba fit mi bo.
Why? Chaloba.
Na be Ashile.
Onu gbe mo mfa di mbura. Chat na to.
Ori e mo ko da yo be. Yeah, ko pa ma ni wa. Me say Enzo Maresca. With Ombo in 3 papa. Ombo Andre Santos mo na mo regimes in corner nyame ad much na ye be analysis na papa ti there ye first word nyame ad Monday si de nyame ndu afofina se fa de a say ya oh ye wo ti dru so wo no nkofo patch o ma o studio which and minim say untwa coach the you are there and I don't know what you are doing honestly speaking
and now 2
13 odds and you see any 5 and 3 and 13 odds
and then 11
and 14
sorry 14 yeah.
So people sent a lot of message Michelle OG code media first one obitima for pen or paper on radio BW14369C89 second one BW14368C81 third one BW14367B6D last one BW143635658 nya kari nya ko Fifi Manfred WhatsApp Twitter, Facebook, wherever you get all of the codes, no which are hodom. And a diaspora phone. The last time I will come.
Yeah. We are just come once now. We'll put
the number out. No matter set up on group.
No problem. Yes, some more outside Ghana now. Now mo say any group mama say na bia mo so betimi apply mu bet e wa bruche no na na kofi ka ho asem no. Mama yentem nka na afi ye hu kwan de be fa so na yen start emfa emam